As simple as that. So you print everything out, you burn the image onto the screen, you use whatever ink you want to use, whatever color. Whatever pushes out of the screen onto the shirt is what comes out. I was born and raised here, actually. Chicago.
So you're like Chicago, pure 100 Chicago.
Yeah. When we first started doing t-shirts, I saw an infomercial on this little machine called the You-Do. I was in a band and we needed shirts. And I was like, that is a great idea because I like doing things myself. I don't like going and asking people for help because you got that wait time, you got like anticipation and everything. You're always waiting for that something, and I don't like waiting. I like doing it now. So I was like, why not order it? I pitched in the idea to my brother, who also wanted to make shirts, and we kind of pitched in to make shirts or to buy this machine. It was a little tiny machine. You can only print one color. From there, I started making t-shirts, and I wasn't seeing it as like a big, full production type thing. It was just more like a little hobby to make t-shirts for my band. But then, when I started making t-shirts, people started asking for a bunch of t-shirts. Like, let me get a t-shirt that says this. Let me get a t-shirt that says that. Let me get something like this. Can you make something like that? I was like, yeah, sure. I'm gonna try. Okay, let's do this. And I started making t-shirts, and then within a month, that machine paid itself back. And that's when it just hit me. I was like, oh my God, this is actually a good market to hit. A very long time ago, when I was a little kid, I grew up with my dad playing guitar, but at the same time, also my brother was drawing. He was awesome. He was doing graffiti at the time, not on walls, but on paper, and I would always see his drawings everywhere. Because of him, I've gotten into the arts, anything that has to do with art, music, drawing, graphic design. No matter what, you're always going to be a starving artist. If you're an artist, you got to have a second job, or you got to have a primary job, and that's going to be your hobby. But a lot of people don't realize that having your hobby can make you a lot more money than your actual job. So, luckily for me, I have supportive parents who, even though they know I'm going to be a starving artist, they still push me to do further and just to do more. And they've been supportive, and all my friends have been supportive. So it's turning out good for me because I know there's a lot more that you can do with art than people actually realize. And he realized that I was making t-shirts. Was like, why not just collide? You know, like the partner he had ended up getting married and ended up leaving or something. Like, I don't know what happened, but basically he needed a partner and I needed somebody else too. And that's what we launched. Yes, I do. Okay, so I started my own brand. It's called Enotita. It's spelled exactly how it's said in the English version, but it's Greek for unity. And the reason why I started this brand was because all my life I've been trying to get people together. Unity, unify people. Like, if you go to an art gallery, there's all types of people there enjoying the art that's posted on walls. Or another thing, I had this one event I threw. It was an art gallery. I had a bunch of artists display their art. I had bands. I had my t-shirts. I had this guy or this girl taking pictures on the spot and printing them out on the spot. And that's when I saw all kinds of people, and none of them were fighting like, oh, you're this, you're that. Like, everybody just forgot about what they are, and they were just enjoying art. So that's when I realized, like, Enotita is a great way to bring people together, bring all this kinds of art together, and just have people forget about what they are and just enjoy. We're all human. We all live in the same place. Seeing people smile. When I do events every once in a while, I go and sell my shirts along with my partner's shirts. We put up our display, our mannequins, everything that we have to display, and we tell people about what we do. and there's always someone that's super cheery, joyful. They love what they're seeing, and then they're so happy that they're purchasing something that actually means something to them, or the meaning behind that shirt or that design, and they leave with a happy face, or like, I'm gonna get that for my daughter, I'm gonna get that for my son, I'm gonna get that for my friend. That's a wonderful feeling. Seeing people smile, being human. That's one of the things I like seeing in people. Everyone's happy. If you're happy, they're happy. If they're happy, you're happy. But there's been some obstacles that it's like, I don't want to do this anymore. When we first started, we were trying to find a studio to work with, because I was working in the basement from my house, and it was getting a little crowded. I was getting big equipment, and it was just, I couldn't work there. It was getting too crowded. I needed more space. So me and my friend started looking for a place. We couldn't find one, and we kind of like, we didn't say we were giving up. We just kind of like stopped looking for a while. He ended up going to a party who met a guy who introduced him to another guy who told him, we're looking for artists. We have a shared studio. If you guys are interested, we can show you guys the studio. We ended up going, and that's where we started. Working with artists, pretty much what I see myself in like 5 years is working with a lot of different artists, putting videos together, putting photo shoots together, putting events together, and not just by myself, but with a bunch of different artists, whether it's breakdancers, whether it's people who film, whether it's people who take photography, musicians, DJs, anything that has to do with art. We throw an event, a lot of people come. So I kind of want to be that guy, or that within my brand, like in the website, have people to come not only to purchase products, but also to see a different artist, a new upcoming artist, or someone they've never seen before, if they like checking out new work by other people or something like that. You know, like I kind of want to have that. I want to be that, or I want my brand be that brand that people go to, that website that people go to check out new artists, and always have something to update, whether it's every week or every month, something like that. For my work, I usually do events. I don't have any coming up right now, but I am working on a website. It's gonna be Enotita brand. That's pretty much where you're gonna see everything that I have. As far as social media, Facebook and Instagram, it's also under Enotita.